there a quick
I did.
study.
You know, that's kind of the way TV start applauding, and people who come to a TV show, they know that that's what they're supposed to do.
Well, that's good.
You know,
That's
you-
good. They
you look-
follow the leaders. Well, don't start with me. I knew you would. I look tired.
You look tired.
I just flew in from Atlanta. And Mr. Schmidt, remember Mr. Schmidt, the swimmer, the gold medal swimmer?
Yeah, right.
He had just coincidentally sent me an email the other day about the Branson Airport. He said, you ought to mention that place. Boy, that's so handy. And I said, as a matter of fact, I got an email from him. I was in Atlanta. I said, as a matter of fact, I'm in Atlanta right now, and that's how I got down here. So I flew out of the Branson Airport. Not a promo, but man, it's a lot closer than Little Rock, people.
Sure it is.
I left because it's...
And are the tickets higher there? Or
Oh,
or
no.
not?
No. Now, some are, because when I was going to go see my other sister in Philadelphia last year, it was like $600 to fly out of Branson, and it was like $300 to fly out of Little Rock. But Branson has a direct flight from Little Rock to Atlanta. So I left my house. Some minutes later, I was inside, but after about 40, so it's 29.5 miles from my house to the airport. I clocked it. And I was in the building, got checked in, got on the plane. Hour and 47 minutes later, I was kissing my nephew. It took me less time to drive up there, fly to Atlanta, than it would have to drive to Little Rock. So it was really nice.
Just seeing friends.
No, my nephew. He's 14 months old, Dalen. I've been telling Dan about this. He forgets. Those of you who've ever had a 14-month-old in your home, you will know this. You walk into my sister's house and like the shelves are empty, and you think, is she not put anything? Oh, she's moved it, because you can't put anything here because he's going to here. He's going to dump coffee in your lap. He spends his waking hours on what you would call a search and destroy mission. So, and I've told you, but yes, I heard a yes, a 14-month-old, and he's discovered light sockets. You know those little plastic things that are supposed to be, he pulled them out.
You mean the electric receptacles?
You buy those little plastic safety
they're
covers. Well, they're not Dalen-proof, because he got the first kind that she got out. So she went and bought another brand, and he pulled those out. And he's jerked the curtains, and let's see, he got into the pantry and got into some stuff. And he opens the cabinets and pulls things out. And he mimics. So if you try to get him to say a word, he's just mute. He just sits there like whatever. But if you're just talking, he hears you talk. He said monitor, because I told him to leave the baby monitor alone. But he's so, and I know every 14-month-old is precious, but my nephew's extra special. He was getting into the light socket, and I went, no, Dalen, no. And he went, like that. He pulls back and shakes. He's like, oh, no. And so he hears, no, Dalen, no, Dalen. And then, but he just keeps going. He hasn't really, they haven't swatted, or she hasn't done timeout yet, but she said clearly she's going to do something because he's starting to, not misbehave, but be a 14-month-old.
So that was a quick trip?
Well, yeah, I was about there about 4 or 5 days.
You got, another week of
spring break. We've got a few more days. But I'm helping out with that Harrison 100K challenge, so I've got that going on the next 4 days. It starts tomorrow. So the big news today is Elizabeth Taylor passed away.
I heard that.
79 years old. And I thought, well, it's not sad news, because she did live a wonderful, wonderful life, and her health has been poor lately. But I do have a bone to pick, because the radio station was talking about her, and they said she was best known for her role as Cleopatra.
Right.
I don't think she was best known for Cleopatra.
Well,
she was known for lots of other things, like Butterfield 8. She won an Academy Award.
You were in diapers when that movie came out. And I remember.
Was I?
Yeah, I was.
How
I
old?
remember,
When was that come out?
1960s, early 60s.
Well,
that movie
I've
came
never
out.
seen it. I know that.
Yeah, I remember going to the movie theater.
Really?
To see
But I
it,
remember
excuse me.
Cat on a Hot Tin Roof with Paul Newman's one of my all-time favorite movies. I have that on VHS still. But she clearly was an absolutely stunning woman. I mean, my gosh, you just look at her.
She didn't do very
wow.
well with men, though.
7 marriages. So that's either doing very well or not doing very well.
I think it would be in the not very satisfied category. Or just probably picking the wrong.
But don't you think it'd be
very,
very difficult to be Elizabeth Taylor?
I don't know.
It would also be very difficult to be married to a woman,
yeah, well, I know that for sure.
I mean, married. It's very difficult to be married to a woman, period. Let's not go. Don't go to your other options.
We get along.
Dan.
We get along because I know the boundaries now. And I learned the last one just the other day. So
it's been like 34 years. How long have you and Betty been married?
It'll be 36 years this year.
Well, congratulations. That's really, you kind of get the kinks worked out after 36 years, don't you?
There's still a few kinks going on there.
But if there weren't any kinks, it wouldn't be fun, right? Aren't kinks good?
I could get by without kink.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think it's kind of nice to be surprised still after all these years?
Oh, I don't know. At this point in my life, you just kind of want to just kind of surf a little bit, kind of float, kind of just kind of,
But you've gone through all the big stuff by
I've been
now.
through it a lot, yeah.
So you kind of worked that sort of business
Yeah,
out.
what you want to do when you're my age is to stay healthy
That's true. Uh-huh.
and have good finances because you start to see that light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to profession.
Uh-huh.
It gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you know that at some point, your usefulness will be gone.
Oh, and I'm sure your usefulness will be gone.
Well,
but you're going to
I'm
want
told
to be less useful. You're going to want to purposely be less useful.
Right.
So you want your retirement to be good.
Right.
Well, that's okay.
And that's a issue. It's a big issue right now.
It is a big issue. In fact, this is coming up since May will be my senior class, our 30-year anniversary or whatever. I haven't heard any news that we're going to have any kind of get-togethers, but it's funny. We had one at 10, then we had one at 20, and so at 10 it's just like, oh, this is cool. At 20 it's like, you talk about your kids. At 30, how's your retirement shaping up? So we've been out of high school long enough now for everyone to say, gee, how's that? How much do you lose when the talking about? I lost half my retirement.
Well, you went to a smaller high school.
Yeah, Yellow Summit.
And
61,
I went to a large.
61 kids graduated.
Yeah, I think it was 250 or something
Really?
where I went. And you go back to the 20th reunion and
you don't know
I don't
them.
know anybody. Don't know, and you mingle with the friends that I still in contact with now. So why go to those?
Oh, okay.
But,
Well, I mean, I've just got, but I really don't ever see any of the friends I graduated high school with. I mean, even though we live fairly close, I don't. My friends that I pal around with now are friends I've really made in the last few years, mostly. But I have high school friends, near and dear. If you name them and start leaving them out, but like Paula Haynes, everybody knows who Paula Haynes. Paula Haynes Melton, for those who don't know where I made it. She's been one of my dearest friends forever and ever and ever and ever. And we went to high school. She was great behind me. So she's high school, and Gina. I don't ever see Gina much anymore, but I've got girlfriends from high school, and Cynthia. Now you got me on a roll. I saw Cynthia just the other night.
Have a clue who you're talking about. I'm sure no one else does either.
But people in Yellow do.
They probably do.
They do. They're like, But anyway, that's my nostalgic trip. But the last few days have been great because even though I had a time warp, with the total time change, that hour threw me off. I've been, I OD'd on Dalen.
Oh, really?
Yes, and he.
Do you like children?
Well, yeah, I like children, especially my little nephew, because there's no pressure. But I want to, now don't tell my mother, but apparently he's perfectly normal because he made my sister out to be a liar, just like I knew he would. She was talking about how picky he was, and I was going to feed him so much. She said, he'll never eat that. What'd he do? He ate it. Then she makes him macaroni and cheese. Oh, he loves macaroni and cheese. He wouldn't eat it. He was squishing it on his plate and spitting it out and that sort of thing. I'm just dying laughing. She's like, he eats it all the time. I said, well, he's not eating it because you said he loved it and he would eat it. But he ate anything I ate, he ate. If I would eat it, he would take a bite of it.
Oh, really? Was fascinated with you then?
He was trying to. He loved his Aunt Sandy.
Well, that's good.
So but he's into everything. Yeah, but in a good way.
Good.
Yeah. So, but I got him up too early. When I got up at 5, I heard him, and so I got him
still
out
in
of bed.
diapers and that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, he's only 14 months old.
Well, I'm 14 months old?
14, as in a year plus 2 months. He's only 14 months old.
I thought that when you started walking, you
potty train him
sure
at
you
14 months.
I did.
You? Oh, you potty trained yours at 14 months.
Well, they didn't actually go to the potty. They went to the sliding glass door.
Well, little boys will do that.
Yeah.
Little boys are easy.
Easy to change.
But you know what's hard is when you get them to go outside to try to. Now, Christy's laughing.
I got him to scratch at the black
My
door.
son did the same thing. Eamon Wade. Now he will never speak to me again. Now, when I was potty training him.
But I got to preface this because we lived in the country.
Well, we
this
did
wasn't
too.
like in a
we
neighborhood.
lived out in the country, and one day I noticed him kind of squirming, so I pulled his little training pants down. He went, TT out in the yard. He thought that was really fun, so he would run to the front door instead of run to the restroom. Then I never broke him the other way. But
the real trick is to train them not to do that when they're in the city or in a public area.
Well, I don't think we ever lived in town. The whole time the kids were growing up, I don't guess we ever lived in town. We always lived way out in the country. But little boys are. I guess little boys are easier. I don't know.
I haven't had a girl, so I don't know.
I don't even remember it being an event with that. Maybe it actually was easier because I honestly don't even remember being an event. It was just like one day she was in diapers and one day she wasn't. So, but yeah, Eamon Wade. But he was definitely a search and destroy kid also. So maybe that's a boy thing.
You have to be creative when you teach these children what to do. Yeah, I'm glad. Yes, you do. You have to be creative.
Well,
it has to be their idea.
Okay.
So if that ever comes up again, you can give me a call and I'll give some tips.
Next time I'm down there with Dalen, and I will be down there in May, by the way, and I will call you if I have any more.
Give me a half a day with Dalen. We'll make some progress.
You'll teach him not to touch the light sockets. You'll teach him not to jerk on the curtains. You'll teach him not to throw things in the toilet because he understands that it splashes in water, and he'll go in there in the bathroom and throw things. Yeah. He's 14 months old. He's precious, absolutely precious.
Well, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here.
Yes, it was a wonderful vacation, and my sister said, "Well, it's kind of nice that you came to visit us too." I said, "I saw you and Donnell only because you live with Dalen. Don't get excited here."
I'm excited to see him. So he'll be here in May.
No, he won't be. He'll be here in April. I'll be back down there in May.
Okay.
We're going down there for Mama's 70th birthday party.
You just have to call me on the phone.
I'll call you on the phone. I'll call you. You can give me tips on how.
Are you going to go through the list there?
I will. I have to pick this one up and put my glasses back on. I know Marianne Sherman's here and who have you got, Marianne? Mickey. And Mickey is clearly a German Shepherd kind of mix.
It's a short-haired kind of thing.
German Shepherd mix, but his head is not a German Shepherd head because it's wider. It's wider. He doesn't have a German Shepherd head, but he has a German Shepherd body.
Now, people at home are getting this strange picture in their head of what this dog looks like.
There was a guy in
Small body with a huge head.
that had a dog that was a Basset Hound and a yellow lab, and he looked like a yellow lab, but he had legs that long. It was a creepy looking dog. But Marianne is here.
But this is a beautiful dog, I have to say. We'll get to, you'll get to see.
So don't go away.
Yeah.
And Christy Kern is here, and Christy's talking about so many things today. I can't even list them all. All the spring activities over at the college. There's a piano guy coming, and there's another author coming, and they've got the trout thing coming up, and there's all kinds of stuff. And she is bringing someone who I was visiting with, and we found out we both work at the same place over at the college. Didn't even know it. And that's Tamara Mitchell, and she's the new.
You need to be more observant when you're seeing people walk through the hallways.
The sad thing was we were talking about how everybody works in different buildings. We work in the same building. So she's 1 floor below me. So they are such slave drivers over there at the college. Neither one of us can get out of our office. That's what it is. We both work so hard that we can't even get out of our office. But I'm going to be going downstairs visiting with Tamara Moore, and she is she's the community job fairs, what she's going to be talking about, and she's like our job development program. We have one of those now. And then we have Shane Cummings, who has been on here before, and he's with the Imperial Theater, I believe. Imperial Dinner Theater, and as we had a good time with earlier, he's going to do Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Because we had some music that we were kind of rocking out with. It's not the man show. It's not.
I said, is it a one-man show?
No, Shane, it's not. Oh no, it's not a one-man show.
Okay.
You're so hooked on the man show and the bouncing trampoline people. I tell you, women on trampolines.
We could do that.
Ratings would go way up. I'm telling you.
The ratings would go up if we got women.
For heaven's sake, send your applications in now, ladies. Exactly. You're so cute. I just missed you terribly. You better just take us to commercial before it gets any worse.
Let's take our first break, and who do we have up first? We're going to be talking with Christy Kern.
Okay, bring her
up first. Stay with us.
Whoops.